Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us. This is our Coffee and Conversation Town Hall to talk about upcoming city charter amendments. My name is Colleen O'Toole. I am the Saline City Manager. We have two upcoming ballot measures to discuss tonight. One is the August 6, 2024 election, and the other is potentially the November 5th, 2024 election. Both of these changes that you're going to hear about tonight were recommendations from a citizen-led working group, and their report was completed in September of 2023. If you're interested, that full report is available online, and there are future charter changes recommended in 2025 as well. The August ballot question, which has already been approved by City Council and is officially on the ballot, has to do with residency requirements for elected and appointed officials. So the change would be to reduce the current requirement within the charter of being a resident for 2 years down to 1 year. This would also change language within the charter, removing a reference to freeholders, which is a very outdated term, and just retaining references to citizen. As with all the charter amendments we're proposing in the future, we're also moving towards just gender-neutral references. The goal of this particular ballot change is to expand the ability for more residents to participate as either elected or appointed officials. It was also largely driven by our legal counsel referencing the ability of the city to defend its position. 1 year was viewed as more defensible than 2 years. There was some case law on the subject regarding citizenship restrictions when it comes to elections. And then, as I mentioned also, this is to modernize some outdated languages. Freeholder, technically speaking, may be construed to not include people who are leaseholders within the city, and that is not our intent to restrict those people from being appointed or elected. The November ballot question, which I will caution right now is solely proposed, just in recommended form. It has not been adopted by City Council yet. It does have some work to go through at the legal council level as well. But currently, we have a board of 7 individuals, 6 council members and a mayor, who are elected to serve 2-year terms. And every year, 3 out of those 6 members, and every other year, the mayor is up for election. The working group did recommend that the city look to other best practice standards, which is more of a 4-year council term. This does get us in the future on an election cycle that would align with federal elections, and there is a certain degree of cost savings to the city not to have to run a local election every year. The city does have to incur the full cost if there's not a state or federal election for us to tack onto. There's also other reasons that will be discussed when council finalizes language, but at this point, again, we don't have the final language, it's just largely the parameters. The idea behind the change in 2024 is that it would take effect in 25. If taking effect in 25, the first term would be a 3-year term, and then every year after that would be a 4-year cycle. So as I referenced earlier on, in addition to the 2 changes that are immediately coming up on the August and then the proposed November, there are additional recommendations from the Charter Working Group, and you can find those ballot measures by scanning this QR code or visiting the City of Saline website and searching Charter Group. Any questions? Sure. Oh, and we're also happy to take questions online if anyone is listening remotely. I know it's a very exciting topic.
Do you want to make a comment as the representatives or the council liaison on the Charter Working Committee?
Yeah, part of the group really was, their concern was to bring it up to date. There are just the terminology, the things that just are not appropriate in 2024. The recommendation about the reduction in the residency from 2 years to 1 year is, in fact, in the past, we have had someone challenge that, and 2 years would not have been upheld if it would have gone to court. And actually, there's precedent in Detroit, the city of Detroit, too. At least in this situation, we still have some expectation. We'll see what happens if it actually comes to the point, but at this point in time, we haven't any challenge. And then the other one, as City Manager O'Toole mentioned, we looked at the 2 year to 4 year. Some of the other cities around this area have gone that route. As other people would know, and we've done this about every 20 years on the ballot, and so this is another option for the city to make a decision if they'd like to do that. I think one of the ideas is perhaps maybe more people would participate if they had more of a commitment and not having to campaign every 2 years, which we currently do now. So.
And I just wanted to tag on a little bit to what was previously mentioned as far as the cost savings. So there's not just a cost savings to the individual running for fundraising and campaigning and efforts that distract from, city business, but also for the city when we're having off years and the only thing on the ballot is the city council that draws assets and efforts away from the city. So from an economical standpoint, it's a good decision.
Yeah. You're quite welcome.
Hi, I'm Hope Bernard, a Saline citizen. This is my husband, Mark Bernard, and we're just thankful for the move to include gender-neutral language, and I'm happy to hear that it'll be, like you said, everything going forward. Yeah, so that's really important, and we're just really thankful, and it shows we have a lot of pride in our city, so thank you.
Thank you for your comment. Appreciate you coming out. Any additional comments or questions from those in the audience? Let me defer to Mr. Goodman, our liaison from Saline Cable, or Saline Local Cable Access. Mr. Goodman, do we have any questions or comments from those online? We do not. City Manager O'Toole, this might be very short this evening. It was quick, thorough, and informative. Is there anything you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
I would just encourage everyone, if you would like, please contact the city clerk's office to sign up for absentee voting for either the August or the November election. We are happy to take that paperwork and process it either by mail or in person. And if you have any questions about the elections, you may contact the city clerk, or you are always welcome to contact my office.
Can I ask one question that you're probably best equipped to address? If people are interested in finding out or reviewing the Charter Review Working Group's analysis in its totality, where would they find that on his website?
We have a news story up right now, so it'll be on one of the bottom banners of the front page of the website.
Okay, and that outlines all of the changes, those that were previously approved in the spring election, those that the recommendations that will be on for August, the proposed recommendations for November, and those in 2025 as well.
Correct.
Very good. One last call. Are there any questions or comments from those in the audience? Again, Mr. Goodman, any comments online? Then unless you have anything you'd like to add, I think we will consider this town hall adjourned. Thank you very much.
Thank you.